Most women have never heard the word no even once in their lives. Imagine what that actually does to them. Women say they want men to be peaceful and non-violent. However, when a man doesn't want to have a relationship with a competitive and combative boss babe, they call him insecure. If women want men to respect them, they can start by having the garbage they spout make sense. When men have standards and want a valuable woman who will be an asset in their lives by being feminine, caring, nurturing, and supportive, these women get triggered and start name-calling men. That doesn't make sense now, does it? If a woman tells you that you are not good enough for her, it's pointless to argue with her. Walk away. It's like going to the inn club and they will not let you enter. If enough people walk away, the club will have two choices: either allow more people in or go bankrupt. The same woman who will leave you for a Chad is just as likely to leave Chad at a later date and repeat the process until her own stock goes down as well. And only then, out of the blue, they come running back to you. The reality is that the only reason why these women are complaining is not because they care about us. They are only triggered because they can't infringe on our pursuit and happiness since we are going our own way. Men need to start grading women like you would breeding stock. You need to know what the woman would offer your children genetically, like intelligence, calm demeanor, athleticism, and long life. You also need to know that the two of you are genetically compatible. That requires tests. Men need to put their intimacy drive on the back burner and look past the physical features of women and think about the children they wish to bring into the world. Men also need to connect with a mate that will be an asset to them, to their children, and to their family at large. It may be offensive, but it's not wrong to grade them. They grade men all the time with an endless checklist. You see, what these women fail to realize is that the universal laws of nature cannot be avoided. Men have specific characteristics, both physical and mental, for particular reasons. They're providers, protectors, and leaders. Women have specific physical and mental characteristics for particular reasons as well. They're nurturers and caregivers. They're meant to have children, raise those children, and provide emotional and spiritual support to the family unit. Over the past few years, a number of magazine articles that target the boss woman type have made the claim that there are no longer any good guys. You know, the kind of ladies who lament their inability to meet decent men but long to appear in a suit and tie on magazine covers. Women are naturally promiscuous, which implies that they constantly search for a bigger and better arrangement, also known as hypergamy. If you're a working woman in your 40s or 50s, you've ascended the corporate ladder. You are a doctor, a lawyer, or another important member of today's society, and you have accumulated a sizable fortune. Your wall is filled with numerous pieces of paper that tell the tale of your accomplishments and are framed in mahogany. Your degrees, certifications, awards, and prizes. But the problem is that men aren't attracted to women because of their degrees. Women view men as objects of achievement, but men are attracted to them because of their female qualities, their beauty, and personality. Women are viewed as attractive and desirable objects. That is the simple reality about men and women. As you move up the social ladder as a woman, earning all this money, holding corporate jobs, and doing other things of that nature, you've probably already purchased and/or paid off your home. You can tell you're good if you drive a gorgeous car that most women could only imagine owning. Your field of potential dates is less because you only date up and across. You exclusively date guys who make at least the amount of money you make in a year or more. Men are inherently attracted to younger women. Why? Because they are youthful, they are more attractive, they still have a very long life ahead of them. Their fertility is higher. Evolutionary psychology can explain why guys do it. From an evolutionary biological point of view, there is nearly always a chapter or section of the book devoted to attraction levels, and from surveys from all over the world, from all cultures and from every region of the world, where men are shown images of attractive women from the ages of 18 right up to 70. And guess what? Men mostly find women in their early 20s as the most attractive. Men have always regarded women as objects of beauty. Thus, no amount of societal pressure, magazine articles, or other efforts to change this relationship have ever been successful. For example, the common rhetoric that men should only date women their own age, and fat acceptance rules are becoming more common. That's okay, but what does men's behavior suggest to you exactly? You will have a reduced selection of prospective dates to choose from once you have ascended the corporate ladder and completed all of that corporate ambition checklist you've had since your college days. What's left for men to choose from in the dating pool is often made up of younger women rather than women their own age. So what are the characteristics that older men search for in women their own age? Due to my own experience, I can attest that women in that age bracket are often unsuitable for committed relationships. I'll tell you why. They have generally seen everything. They have had a number of partners over the years. There are typically young children with them from previous husbands or lovers. They might also be practically intolerable in some circumstances, and exceedingly unpleasant in others. Older men who now earn better and hence have financial stability are looking for women of a higher caliber. They don't want to come back home to arguments over petty issues. They want peace of mind. They are looking for compassion. They are looking for a woman who can transform his house into a welcoming home. In the end, that's all that really matters. It also says a lot about why there are so many younger guys dating so many of these older women that many of these successful women have made a lot of money, had a nice house and car, and frequently go out and meet these younger guys in nightclubs and bars and just pick them up, hook up with them, and do their thing with them until they end up in a relationship. I'll add that a lot of these ladies in their 40s and even 50s who favored dating these young men do so merely because that's what they get. These young men are in their prime, innocent and seeking life experiences that they can share with their friends. And as you undoubtedly already know, many of the older group of males find it difficult or impossible to function in the bedroom, so at that time these wealthy women view these younger men more as objects of beauty. Since older women frequently date younger men, many older men will start dating some of these younger girls in order to escape the unpleasant older women who occasionally bring children to the relationship from their previous marriages. If there is any advice I could give any of the younger women out there, it would be this. Pick a man when you are young to start a family with. Because while you're young, beauty is on your side. Age works in your favor, but it won't be the same in 10 years. Some late 30s or even early 40s women want to settle down and start families. I can only tell them that your chance to get pregnant is almost gone. High-risk pregnancies are on the rise. Other available treatments to make you conceive are increasingly expensive and uncertain, no matter what Big Pharma says. So, younger women should focus more on a man's future than his present financial condition. Because if you're 23, you'll have a hard time finding a billionaire man your age. If you want to begin a new life, seek a person with a bright future. Men are more interested in the past of a woman. They need to know the patterns behind women's relationships, the sort of guys she pursues, the number of guys she's slept with, and how loyal she has been with them. It's just good to knowledge because if that woman were to be your current partner, and you're someone who spoils your partner with gifts and expensive dates and designer handbags and jewelry, it's important to know whom you're investing your resources in. It's important to know who you're investing your energy in. Is it worth it? Or is it just another casual fling for her because right now she's in her 20s and thinks the world is her oyster? But 10 years down the line, she'll regret not settling with the guy who treated her like a queen. It's important for women to develop their individual identities. A woman who is willing to compromise and grow professionally may find it difficult to find a man when she is ready to start a family, since many men are turned off by the fact that she is past the age of 40. Men are simple creatures. They don't hide who they are or what they want in women, and they tend to stay in complete alignment with the laws of nature. It's the women who need to realize that they have physical characteristics for a reason, that there's a reason they're more emotionally charged. And so, it really is amusing when women who ignore the universal laws of nature, their own feminine selves, and the fact that the only thing they need to do is to nurture their families and support men, start to get triggered because men demand respectable feminine women. Why should a man lower his standards and pursue a woman who's only going to monkey branch off to other men the second she feels like it? Do women want anyone other than Mr. Perfect with the 6-packs, 6-figure income, and 6-foot height? It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. Women need to realize that. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.